Yo, what's the deal, man? You live in tune with the Successor, man. Welcome back to another episode of Hustle Talk, man. I am your host, the Successor, man. Successory, bringing you more knowledge, wealth, health, finances, man. All the greats, man. I'm here to help, man, with personal and professional development. Hey, leave a comment down below, man. Like this video, share this video with somebody that needs to hear this information, man. Share this video, share this content. Get this exposure, man, because it's more than just a word. It's more than just a video, man. It's a movement, man. This Hustle Talk, it's a movement, man. So we doing big things. I'm making big things happen, man. Me and the people behind me as well too that y'all don't see, and we doing a lot of hard work back here. So hey, a few things before we get started today, man. Look, today's episode is going to be titled, I don't know if I'm gonna title this actually, but look, the topic of today, man, is why most men, this might like say just a topic, why most men are average, okay, why they're scared to get out of their comfort zone. We're gonna talk about that a little bit. I'm gonna give some steps. I've spoken on this a little bit in the past, but today, this video is just strictly going to be getting out of that comfort zone, why you should be uncomfortable, why most men are normal, you know, some of those guys, the normal, quiet, boring lives, man, and not that exciting one that they always dreamt of as a young man, as a young kid. You know what I'm saying? You can start living like this earlier, sooner rather than later. So before we get kicked off, man, hey, definitely check out the subscription down below, man. Stan Store is up and active, man. Book a call, consultation call with me, man. We can get it more in tune, get a better outline. If you see what I got, what I'm doing, what I got going on in my life, book a call, man. If you know you need some help in some of these areas and some things that I've spoken on or things that you might not have even thought of, book a call. Let's get a conversation going, man. I can get a closer, better outline of your life and give you some better answers. Y'all asked some great questions the last couple weeks. Probably do that again later this week. Go back, hit some questions again. I got some more, plenty more that I could still answer for y'all, man. But if you are somebody that is dealing with a handful of those things, just yourself personally, definitely book a call, man. Let's talk about it. Let me see how I can help you even more and, you know, step over some of these stepping stones, get on the right shift, the right path to a higher thinking mindset, becoming a better man. You know, the hustle logic, getting that mindset, developing that way of thinking. It's a way of life, man. You know, change your whole ideology. Second thing, man, the hustle chat. The hustle chat is booming, man. Every single day I'm dropping daily meditation quotes, man, just something to help open up your mind, some positive affirmations, word of the day, man, so you up in your vocabulary. And I'm also talking a little finances in there as well too. Decide on what else I want to add in the mix, but hey, of course, the more people we get in there, the more things that y'all want to see, we can talk about, openly discuss. I can bring that to y'all, man. I'm very, very versatile. I'm opened up on everything, but I don't want to get too far away from my niche and the people that I'm stuck on right now and working with. So, or excuse me, that I'm branded around and what I'm doing this for. So I want to kind of stay on the same path. But hey, fellas, if y'all out there and y'all want to know some of these things, other things are on your mind, leave it in the comments. I can bring this stuff into the chat, join the chat, ask these questions. I can get a little bit more in depth. If you don't book a call, you know, I can still give you some little tips and guides to help you with your life and give you some boosters on how you can get your things, get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk a little cash today. So that's the last thing, man. Of course, you can follow me on all social platforms at Successory, TikTok, Instagram. Of course, you're on Facebook if you've seen this video. So go ahead and show some love there as well too. And make sure to just spread the love, man. Spread the love, man. Don't just like and comment. Share it with somebody, man. Post it on your page. Send it to somebody. That's what's really going to do it. Send it to somebody. If it speaks to you, it's going to speak to somebody else, man. Again, we're looking to change the world, man. It's a movement. All right, so let's get into it, man. So today, this has been a question I've been getting a lot, but it's something I want to expound on because not only do men have, a lot of men, young men have this problem, older men have this same issue, and just people in general, man, just a lot of people really live average lives, regular lives. And I'm not trying to take away from that, insult anybody or anything like that, but not everybody wants to be average. Not everybody wants to be normal. Some people want to live very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Superb lifestyles, you know, if that's a way to put it. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but hey, look, you know, you want to live, you want to be better than normal. You want to be above average. You know, it's easy to be normal. So what I'm going to start with, man, going off this first thing, Most people are average. We'll start there. Most people are average simply because of their habits. They don't put in enough work. You know, they don't initiate things. It could be a handful of stuff. Low level of awareness, keep making the same mistakes. I always say, you know, not getting in the right environment is really the biggest thing, man. Most people are in average environments. If you were in a above average environment, you know, an excelling environment, you would naturally work harder. You would do more because you'd hate to be the only person within that area, within that environment that isn't working the hardest. Nobody likes to be singled out. You know, in those type of environments, you would be singled out, you know. So when you're around other individuals who just do the bare minimum, man, they come in, do their job, and they leave out. Real basic. They don't go the extra mile. They don't do extra good job. They not going to put a little bit of here. They ain't going to throw this on for you here. They just in, they out. Those people live quiet lives, man. They don't have too many achievements. They're not too confident in themselves because they're not getting achievements. They don't set goals for themselves. It's a list of things. It's a list of things. Now, there are a bunch of different things you can do to become unaverage. Okay? To be better than average. And at the end of the day, that's all we're looking to. That's all we're looking to do, man. We don't want to be less than. We don't want to just be average. We want to be greater than. All right? We want to be greater. We want to be the best versions of ourselves. Put that at the top of your paper if you're taking notes. The best version of myself. That's what the key goal is. All right? So if you want to already not be, if you want to quickly remove yourself from the average pool to the higher level pool, a high value type of person, higher thinking, you know, you instantly got to change your mindset to being normal is the worst thing you can do. All right. That's the worst thing that you can do, because the moment you're doing what everybody else is doing, man, it's played out. It fails. No, look, when the pandemic was going on, everybody was investing into what was the thing called NFTs. NFTs was a real big thing. Everybody was getting into real estate, Airbnb, Turo. Man, everybody got right into it. As soon as everybody got into it, man, after like a year, it was played out. You know, average people just tend to follow the crowd. How many others were really doing research? Like, okay, is this going to be profitable after the next year or so? You know, when people start getting back into traveling and going to these different places, are they still going to be booking this Airbnb? Will my Turo still be going up if people, you know, my digital business, is this going to work out if people are not in the house no more? You just think about those things, man. When you start taking what you're doing from the smallest level and just advancing one step further, you know, a teacher of mine, I remember we were working on something one day and he was saying to somebody had made a mistake, and because they messed up on one step, they failed to the following step. Like, because they messed up on, let's just say they messed up on step number one. Because they messed up on step number one, step number two didn't work out, and so forth and so forth. So what ended up happening was, boom, he tells the teacher comes over and explains to him. But it was this the thing that the teacher said. He says, think about what you're doing and think about the step after that. All right, think about what you're doing, and think about the step after that. Cognitive thinking. Now, at the time, I didn't even know anything about cognitive thinking. I wasn't aware of things that were in your subconscious being conscious, and I didn't quite understand that type of stuff. But now that I've read and studied up on, man, it clicks, and that was one of the most valuable tips that I've ever heard in my life. Think about what you're doing and think about the thing after that. That simple, man. Those simple words put in that order meant so much to me, and it's changed my career, my life entirely. Okay, I'm not moving out here haphazardly, you know, scared to take risks and scared to see what this is like and playing it safe, and you know, I'm gonna just keep playing this close to home. No, because when I think about these things and I think about what could happen next, I only think good, positive thoughts. So that's you know, if I said the first thing, look, this will be the second thing then for sure, man. to stop being average, you have to have positive thinking. Okay, you have to be optimistic. You have to have initiative. You got to be a go-getter. You got to be a risk taker. Okay, because you got to know that, look, this could go this way, but I'm banking on it to go this way. It's going to work out how it's supposed to work out. This could not work, but I'm banking on it that, hey, if I take this step, I've thought about what I'm doing next. I'm thinking about what I'm doing. I'm paying attention to what I'm doing here in life. If I take this step, then I know that third step is going to be the one that's going to take me to the moon. That's going to be the one I'm going to blow. You know what I'm saying? So thinking about what you're doing in the following step after that, and always being optimistic, always welcoming in those positive affirmations, knowing that you can do it before you get out of bed in the morning, before you lay down and close your eyes at night, instilling that into your subconscious. Man, your way of thinking every single day when things get tough is going to be completely different. You're going to have a lot less brain fog. You know, we only have so much mental capacity, a finite mental capacity throughout the day. But trust me, that amount of time, you are that much more focused. The negative things don't get at you the same way. Try it out. Just try it out. You know, trust me. Go through a day and man, everything negative happened. Just say it happened to me for a reason. But now that that's happened, this is what's going to happen. And this is how I'm going to overcome and move forward from this, you know, that incident that might have happened, something negative or something bad. But by being positive that way, man, opportunities find you. Okay. So that's the third thing, man. Above average people, they have opportunities that come to them. Okay. They're able to vibrate on a higher level than everybody else. Everybody else is walking around. You know, when you ask somebody, how's your day going? Oh, it's good. I'm having a good day. It's cool. You ask a above average person, how is your day going? Oh man, it's going great, man. It's going exceptional. I'm getting this done. I done knocked off this goal. Look, I got 3 goals for the day. I already knocked off 2. It's not even 12 o'clock noon. You know, when you start moving like that and being that person, man, your energy will naturally rub off on other people. So now you start to vibrate higher energy, and the people around you start to vibrate higher as well too. Look what you've done. You've changed the environment. What did I say when I first started? Look, man, pay attention, man. Listen closely. Well, I ain't speaking too fast. You just listening too slow. Your environment is one of the key things that keeps people held down and keeps them average. And I've studied this time and time again. I've done it on myself. I've seen where I'm here by myself in my room or my lab. Now, mind you, just before I got tight with my principles and setting standards for myself. But before I was this person, I couldn't just wake up and work 8 hours out the day and then get into my grind and expect to have everything done. Absolutely not. I had to be disciplined enough to move myself into that environment. I had to get around mentors and other colleagues and business partners that were putting in the work, that were pulling 10-hour shifts, 12-hour days. Man, after we done banged out an 8-hour session and 4 trainings on a day and opened up our books, man, we still hitting it up on making these phone calls. After I done knocked out 6 clients, man, taking care of them, made money on all of them. I could be good for the day, but I'm setting up and planning for my next day. How can I get some more money? Because when this slows down, everything slows down. Everything takes a slow time. I want to be prepared. I want to keep the chains moving. I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like football, man, we want to keep getting first downs. I'm a big sports guy, so I relate a lot of things to sports. But you know what I'm saying? When you watch football, they move the chains. You know, move 99 yards. Look, the ball was on the 1 yard line. We moved the ball 99 yards. Hey, I got to get it 1 yard at a time, 1 play at a time, 1 movement at a time. So by you changing yourself, okay, man, this is something powerful. I can't remember who said this. If you, now I don't want to misquote Biggie, you know what I'm saying? But look, you can't change the world unless you change yourself, man. Straight like that. So shout out to Notorious B.I.G., man. He said that. Hopefully I'm not misquoting him, but man, be the example and set the example that you want to see. Okay, be and set the example that you want to see. So when you change your mindset, again, you're filling your mind every day now with these positive affirmations. You join the hustle chat, you know, with Successful Reek, and he's feeding your mind every morning with some positive affirmations. Okay, some what is it that your woman always wants, or that men are we always want from our women? Reassurance, you're reassuring yourself that you are great. You are number one. You are a powerful being. Anything that you think of, that you put your mind to, that you vibrate for, man, you will attract it. Opportunity finds you. You don't chase it. Money attracts you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go out and find it and run and work extra hard for it, because it's coming to you. It's an attraction to you. All right. Same way. You know, man, when you know what I'm saying, man, it's attracted to you. All right, man, you got to get too deep. You know, when something finds you, it's like a magnet. All right. Same way that magnet can attract things, it can also repel things. Your energy, your vibration is a magnet. You know, so when I walk into this environment and the vibration is low, but because mine is high, let me see if I can rub some of this off. Let me see if I can attract some of these other vibrations to me, and we can all bond and be much stronger and be a more uplifting group of people. It's really that simple. You ever been into a meeting or a room or at the lunch table with your friends? Everybody ain't talking, but you got that, oh, here comes so-and-so, that loud mouth, man, he's a fool, man. Hey, you need to be that individual, okay? If you want to stop being regular, stop being average, the first step, start just being uncomfortable. Start being, I said the first step, I didn't say it's a bunch of first steps, but look, man, these are all key points. You got to be willing to be uncomfortable, okay? Vibrate on different levels, man. It's going to become a job or so much, or a duty, but over time, it's going to become who you are. All right. Hey, look, for my young dudes out there, look, man, y'all need to get on this ASAP. I recommend getting into some sort of brotherhood, man, some sort of like strategic fighting military, you know, because structure, you need structure in your life, man, from the young man to the old man to the OGs, you know, man, we all have structure. You know, when I'm talking to a lot of my OGs and my mentors and things like that, my uncles and different guys, man, structure, okay, routines. All right, so these are some other things that are going to help you stay on that course, because you can't just have a moment where you're above average. Nah, if you choosing this to get on this route, you got to live by it. All right, you got to live by it. So, all right, we've changed who we are. Okay, or excuse me, we changed the thinking, all right, that we have every single day. We've broadened and opened up our mindset, all right? We started to influence positive thinking. We're also instilling this into our subconscious. So even on our worst days, man, nothing but positive things are coming from this. Hey, man, nothing happens to you. Everything happens for you, all right? Because I'm thinking this way and I'm creating these better feelings for myself. Now I'm creating a vibration, and my vibration, it works as a magnet, and this magnet will attract or repel certain things away from me that are fit to work within my paradigm shift. Okay. So what I would say after that, after you got into the environment, man, the positive thinking is all in effect. Now you want to add some action behind it. Okay. You want to add some action, change your habits. So now we're talking about a structure, standards. You want to start developing skill sets, setting goals. These are when actions come into play, man. It's some real game, man. Like, this is coming out in my next course, which is going to be dropping in the next couple weeks. I'm giving it to y'all early now, so I hope you're writing this down. You can expect to see this again, but man, be willing to do something now. Again, goals, skill set, getting a part of a fraternity, a mentorship, a brotherhood. Okay, you need to fellowship with like-minded individuals. Okay, go down and get into your city, man. See what type of community events that they have, festivals. All right, get around these different beings, these different people, and you need to continue to be around these people so you can continue thinking like this, because the world is going to challenge you. Okay, and you right now, starting off from below average or average to above average, you won't be able to sustain. There's too many outlying figures in the world that are going to be pulling you down. So you got to fellowship. You got to isolate yourself from those people. Your vibration just might not be strong enough just yet. So you know, what was it? Trying to think of, man, something that y'all would know, man, where two forces just got to come together. All right. Okay. When two strong-minded individuals, man, two whole individuals come together, man, they create one mind with infinite possibilities. You need to get around several people so you can become one mind of several different individuals with infinite thinking, okay? Listening to certain podcasts, audiobooks, structuring yourself up, man, writing down goals, just writing in general, reading out loud, setting things up for yourself. All right. So that will be the next thing that I start working on. What is it that you want in life? Why do you want to be better than normal? Why do you want to be above average? What do you think is going to come from that? You know, I'll tell you what's going to come from it. A lot of opportunities. Okay. But what are you going to do with the opportunities? What are you going to do with those opportunities? So start thinking about things like that, man. Start moving as if you know exactly what you want in your entire life. And you should. You should. Now, that doesn't mean that those things can't change. But look, structure, identifying where you want to go. People love to follow a leader. Okay. Above average people, man, they're leaders. Okay. When have you ever been around somebody that's like, oh, that's just the old regular Joe Blow, but man, he's a hell of a leader? No, you gonna edify that person like, yo, that's Joe, man. Let me tell you a little bit about Joe, man. This guy he knows how to read a body of work. He knows how to tell people to get in order, man. Not only will he point you in the right direction, but he's going to show you how to get to that point. He's going to put you on the path to the right direction, man. He's going to hold your hand step by step and make sure that, hey, if step 1 doesn't make sense, we won't even go to step 2. If we get to step 2 and something that step 2 doesn't fully make sense, we will figure it out and get 100% down before we move to step 3. You gonna really pour into that person. You gonna really speak on that person and their character, their integrity. All right, man. So leaders, okay, develop that characteristic, man. Be somebody that even if you don't know where you're going, you just have that amount of confidence about yourself that people will follow. Okay. Again, once you have this opportunity, once you vibrated and attracted these certain things to you, you got to be able to run the play. You got to be able to run the play strategically, man. When things are set up with what's going on in your life. Look, man, when I had this vision of my digital product business, I had to run the play to the fullest. I said, okay, let me take what I've known. And because again, the opportunity, it came to me middle of the night, man. Might not even been middle of the night. I might have been working, honestly. I listen to a lot of audios in my van when I'm driving all over this city, man. Beautiful city of Detroit. And it just dropped. I'm like, digital products. That's my way. That's what I need to be doing, man. I need to be mentoring. You know, I need to be speaking this word, man. I got a lot on my mind that most people don't know, that they'll never know. Man, I got gain from this. I need to share this. You know what I'm saying? It's so high. This is so life changing. Everybody needs to hear about it. You know what I'm saying? So I had to first come up with a plan. But before that, you already know I had to vibrate this opportunity to me. So what was I doing prior to that, man? Hey, I'm writing things down. I'm setting goals for myself. Where do I see myself this year? What do I want to accomplish for myself? What type of income do I want to see myself making? You know, how many people do I want to help this year? All kinds of things, man. How many lives do I plan on changing this year? All kinds of things. And then this opportunity came to me, and it's an infinite amount. Okay. And then I surrounded myself with the right mentorship, the right courses, the right people, talking to the right, the right family members and things like that, the right friends, putting the right people in the right position in my environment. I created an environment, and then I put the people in place like a boss would. But instead of being a boss, I'm a leader, because I'm showing, hey, this is how this is going to work. Let me show you how we gonna run this play and make it to the top with this. You know what I'm saying? So I sit myself down and I show myself. That's why you got a vision board. I got to show myself the blueprint. I'm no different. I'm no exception, like to the plan like anybody else. I got to show myself the plan. I got to write down my blueprint. I keep these things, man, these visuals in front of my face, so I never lose sight of why I'm doing this. Okay. What are we grinding for? I know what my goal is. I know what I'm disciplined to. So every single day I got to see it. And I got to run to it. Okay. And I got to run to it, man. I gotta be on the right paradigm shift, so that whatever I can't stretch out and reach to instantly, I can attract it back to me. You know what I'm saying? Like when he throw that hammer, man, he stick the hand down and it come right back. That's a vibration, man. It's a vibration. Look, when he out of it, he can't summon the hammer. But look, when he on point, when he is locked in, man, boom. The hammer, no matter where it is in the world, he stick his hand out, man. He on that right vibration. Boom. There it is. Stormbreaker, whatever. boom, he is there to do damage. You got to be the same way, man. Your vibration works on the same way. All right. So next, what we're moving to is, now you got a couple steps. All right. Understanding that and figuring out what is going to work for you. So it's going to be a little trial and error, man. You got to be willing to go through the process. It's a process. Success is a forever moving target. If you ever say like, yo, I'm successful, you've either quit, or you just, that's only like you quit, or you unalived. That's how, because successful people, they're always stretching their goals, man. Look, I talked to a few of my mentors, man, and a couple 7-figure earners, and just asked them, man, like, at this point in your life, what would you have maybe done differently, or just kind of getting some, see what they're thinking is like. And man, majority of them just said that they wish they would have dreamed bigger. They would have set bigger goals for themselves. I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, man. I just told them, do you ever think that you're not dreaming big enough? Do you don't set big enough goals? Like, you can have anything you want in this world, man. Anything. Power of thinking. Napoleon Hill, man. Think and grow rich. Think and grow rich. Okay? Manifestation is a real thing. Look around you in the room that you're in, your surroundings, wherever you at. Everything started as just a thought. Okay? But a thought turned into an action to a goal becomes an achievable, monumental aspect now. Okay? There's always room for something new to be brought into life. Okay? It's not putting your mind for no reason. It's putting your mind because it's meant to. Look, the universe looking at it like, man, I done gave you the vision. I just need you to give it to the world now. Okay? Because the universe is a non-physical attribute. You know what I'm saying? You can't actually see it. You can't see good things happening. So you can't see your paradigm, your vibrations. But when those things are put into us, it's up to us to create those, to use those feelings that it creates for us, to put in the work, to bring it to the physical, so that we can bring that same relief, a feeling of relief or excitement to somebody else that may not quite believe just yet. All right. Your story, what you do, how you move may be the reason somebody else gets inspired. All right. So you always got to be thinking about that. Nothing is put in your mind just to be put in your mind. It's put in your mind to be brought to be real. Okay. To be real. You ever had a dream, man? You doing something, you at your favorite place, or man, your favorite restaurant in your dream, or you have your favorite dream, and it feels so real. You driving that car that you always wanted. You're like, man, I could hear the engine purring. I could feel the vibration through, coming from the engine, in the seat. I could feel that wind blowing past me. I could feel how it shot me back in the seat. It felt so real. And I'm telling you, man, at that moment, your subconscious, your mind can't decipher if that's reality or if it's fake. And that's the best time to act on something, man. That's why I say in the morning and before you go to bed, your subconscious is most open. That is when it's best for you to dream. Dream with your eyes wide open. Dream with your eyes open, man. Write this stuff down. Picture it. Picture yourself. You know what I'm saying? Before I got the truck I had, man, I always had pictures of different trucks on my wallpaper. In my old truck, I had the model of I had the steering wheel of the new truck. And I saw myself, man. I picture what it would feel like when I rode down these streets, man. When I pulled up to the lot with all the, when all the old schools and all the cars is out, man, what my truck would look like backed into one of those spots. How the speakers gonna sound, man. How I'm gonna have to lean, you know what I'm saying? Had a wrist up, maybe hanging out so they can see the watch with me. I'm cruising. I'm barely tapping on the gas, so I can roll through, man. I'm gonna clean the wheels just like this, and I'm gonna back it in just like that. You gotta picture it all, man. This is what, and when I started thinking like this, man, the other people around me, they tell me what they want or what they would do and how they think of things. I'm like, man, we don't think the same at all. We don't think the same at all. You know what I'm saying? You thinking real regular right now. You could have so much more, but you being real regular right now. Man, know that this world is yours and you can have it all. And at that moment, man, I knew that early on, man. I knew that I could be the best. And look, being the best means that if I could have it all, if I'm gonna have it all to be the best, I gotta have it all to be the best, then so be it. And so be it, man. But we all can. There is more than enough out here for you to create the lifestyle, the life, the success that you want. All right. You can stop being normal real easy, real simple. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be willing to put the work in. You gotta be willing to move forward with this process. All right. So the next thing, why most people don't ever make it this far. So when you look around, successful beings, you know, why are only 1%, or let's say less than 5% of Americans in the world six-figure earners, seven-figure earners, you know, less than 5%? Why are a handful of people in the world, less than 3% of people in the world, don't make over six figures? You know what I'm saying? Or will never make $1 million, you know? And you start looking at these things like, yo, that's a small percentage of the whole population, considering that there's 6 billion people, 7 billion people on this planet alone. Well, start thinking, why are most people this way? Why are most people move that way? Why are most people do these things that the successor is talking about? Because they don't see the vision. Okay. Now, we need some people to be regular. I ain't gonna hold you. We need some people to be regular. Everybody can't make it. Everybody's not gonna stay the course. You know, and to me, it's just as simple as either you don't want it or you haven't been exposed to the vision yet. You know, you don't know what can work for you, what might be best for you. You're scared to try. Fear. Okay. FOMO, fear of missing out. That's why most people stay in their comfort zone, you know, because they know it's safe there. I've never been the kind of person to play it safe, and I've never known anybody that was that had success that played it safe. Man, nah, we're gonna take as many risks as possible. I'm gonna push it to the limit every single day for as long as I can. These are the things that I'm gonna do, because getting out that comfort zone, man, I know it's gonna stretch me. It's gonna make me more of myself. You know what I'm saying? Like that muscle. You know, when you lifting up, man, that bicep, man, and you getting that bicep stretch, man, full out, man, that muscle gotta stretch, it's gotta tear, it's gotta really be tested. Most people don't like that. The pressure. You know what I'm saying? That's why people wear fake jewelry, man. They got fake personalities. They wear masks. They acting on TV, celebrity, man, status and things like that. They live in a fake lifestyle because underneath it, man, if they know that had to be really be them, they couldn't do it. They will fold. They will fold. And it's easier to play pretend than it is to show up every day, man, and be accountable and really show to your character. You know what I'm saying? So that's why most people stay average. That's why most people don't make it far. That's why most people give up on themselves. They don't believe. They never seen the vision. They never decided to step outside of the frame and look at it all. It'd be very hard for y'all to see me if I was up close to the frame, if I'm looking real close into the picture. But because I'm stepped back, man, I can see the whole camera. Y'all can see the whole me. You can see much more. You get more of an understanding, man. Clarity. Okay, clarity. So there's a lot of different characteristics that it takes to maintain and be this type of person. Again, discipline is going to be one of your key things. If you haven't wrote that down yet, man, discipline. Right up under your goals, man. Goals and discipline, they got to go hand in hand. Okay, and once you have your discipline and your goals set up, now you have to have standards. You're creating standards for yourself. You already know, man, shortcuts to success, mentorship. I say that all the time, man. Get around fellowship with people that are on your type of vibrations, man, that think and move like you. This is the difference between you living life regular or you living life to the fullest possible potential, man. We here now. Why not take it all the way? That's always been my thing, man. I remember the other day, man, I'm working on some electrical stuff, and you know, I'm working on a boiler, and the boiler, one of the fixtures, I'm sorry, not fixtures, one of the switches, one of the switches kept shortening out the transformer, man. To sum it up, man, the transformer basically brings power in and reduces it down. All right, so we got 120 volts coming in, or excuse me, 240 coming in. It's going to reduce it down to 120. 120 is enough voltage to supply power to the boiler. But every time I would hook up one of the devices, all right, wire it back in, it would blow the transformer. Okay, so I'm thinking like, yo, What's up with this? What am I gonna do? Put it back together, wire everything back up. Now we done, I'm kind of costing up on parts now, man, because I had to replace the transformer twice for something that I know we're wiring this correctly. I done double checked myself. Hey, I'm confident in what I'm doing. I'm reading. Like, I done made some phone calls. I done put some heads together. Can't seem to get to the bottom of it, man. Can't seem at the time. But this last moment, man, I'm wiring something together, man. And I'm just like, look, this feels right. Should I do it? Should I not do it? I don't got another transformer. It's late in the day. This is a risk I'm willing to take. Either this customer is not going to have no heat tonight, or look, this is going to work and they will have heat and I'm going to go home. I'll be a happy camper. And look, man, in moments like that, I know this is kind of not a, your ideal situation, but in this moment, look, just put it like this. I had to think about, like, yo, what do I want to do? Do I want to play it safe, or I just want to, and I'm like, yo, I'm a rebel. I'm going to do it. Hook that boy up, man. Flip the switch on. Look, whatever's going to happen is going to happen right here, right now. Let me see, man. Push it to the edge, man. Because that's just me. That's just how I'm wired, man. I was meant to be like this. I feel like I've always been this way, man. And now I embrace that. And I want to show other people to embrace that, man. Moral of the story is, man, don't be afraid to take a loss. Yeah, things could have went negatively and it could have went all bad for me. But I trusted my skill set. I've been tested already. I've tested myself. I put myself in positions to be tested. And in this moment was one of those moments to prove myself. I had to rely not only on myself and my intelligence, but my skill set and my tools. Okay. And just believe that, look, everything that I've gone through, previous experiences in the past have prepped me for this moment right here. And it was a success. You know what I'm saying? It was a success. Boiler cut on, man. Transformer didn't blow. Customer had heat. Ain't been back since. Again, I say that to just the mindset behind it. It's not about the action, but it's about the mindset towards the action. You're picking up what I'm laying down, man. Let me know something. Man. So, trying to get a little deep with y'all, man. But be willing to think about what you're doing. Think about the step after that, man. Just think about the step after that. You start doing that every single day, man, and reassure yourself, hold yourself accountable. Be your own biggest advocate. Become your biggest supporter, your number one fan, your biggest critic. Everything, man. When you start holding yourself to these standards and open your eyes up to the world and what is going on around you, and open up your eyes to your world and within your life, everything will change, man. Everything will change. You immediately stop going from being average to, man, a prestige individual, man. I promise you that, man. I promise you that. So be willing to turn it up a notch. All right. It's so much out here to get. You can be anything that you want. Just trust in yourself, man. Get some skills, set some standards in your life, man. Get a mentor. Plug in on the Stand Store, man. Get my blueprint. Get my hustle blueprint. It'll tell you how to start, run this video back, of course, but man, it's going to tell you step by step how to wake up and just be a different person. Like, it's literally a mindset shift. You have to be willing to forget about what you think you know from who you were back then and just totally reinvent yourself. Man, the best time to do something new is right now in this moment, man. Right now, the moment you hear this, the moment you see this, the best time to do something new, start something over, man. Create a new opportunity for yourself is right now in this moment, man. All right, so touch me in the Stand Store, man. Look, book a consultation call, man. If you want to get a better feel and a deeper outlook of your own personal life, get in tune with me, man. Book a call. Let's set something up, man. I would love to hear from you guys. Speak with y'all directly, man. And maybe at some point even start going live and get some call-ins, man. Answering this stuff live, man. Really showing y'all how I can cook up and change everything for you, man, with one phone call. But I hope this video, man, these steps, man, these principles, they're principles, man. They're not just steps, they're principles to life, man. They're principles to your manhood. I hope y'all appreciate this today, man. Again, why most men are comfortable, how to get out your comfort zone, and what you need to be doing, man. Change your mindset. That's the biggest thing, man. The mind. Everything stems from the mind. So, man, of course, you do something with your mind first, your body will follow. The physical will follow, man. It's meant to be. If it's meant for you, it's going to be true. Let's see, you know what I'm saying? So appreciate y'all tuning in, man, with the successor. It's been another episode of Hustle Talk, man. Hey, it's not a podcast, but it's a TV show, man. Holla at your boy. Let's get it. Peace.